All right, nobody wants to be a bug's dinner while they're trying to enjoy a beautiful Michigan summer day. But as we all become more informed about the potential hazards of what we put on our bodies, we want to know, are there safe insect repellent options out there? Katie Kimball from Kitchen Stewardship is here to talk about the safer options out there for everybody. Thanks so much for being here with us.
Well, thanks for having me. This will be an interesting conversation. I've learned a lot this week.
Yeah.
With the way I look at it, when you're looking for a safe bug spray, there's kind of three considerations. How bad are the bugs for us? How bad is the spray for us? And how bad is the spray for like the rest of the environment?
Sure.
And we got to start with the bugs because they've stepped up their game in the last couple of years. You know, it used to be mosquito bites were annoying and itchy. And now we got to say West Nile and Zika.
Right.
And then you get to ticks, and I'm so scared of Lyme disease. Like, to me, it seems worse than cancer. So it's a really big deal, and we've got to make sure we're protected. So first thing, I mean, I'd be remiss if I didn't say nothing's 100% guarantee, right? So everybody should have some sort of tick removal tool. Like, this is under 10 bucks. It's a tick key to get it out of your body. Yeah, if you have a tick bite you, if you get it out within 24 hours, there's almost zero chance that it'll transmit Lyme. So that's super important. You got to do your tick checks.
I've seen one of those.
You got to get a little key or a little twister to get those out.
Okay.
Because it's a big deal. Now, can you put some sprays on to get, you know, keep them away, stop from biting you? We want to think about the environment first. And there's really only one consideration, and that's, is your spray going to kill beneficial insects like bees?
Right.
We kind of are in a honeybee crisis. No bees, no food. That's a big problem.
Right.
But it's easy to remember. If it ends in id, I don't use it. Id. And so skip the backyard sprays, they're overkill. Skip the treated clothing. That's going to expose us to more toxins than we need to.
Okay.
But there is a lot of safe spray options. I thought I would get to come on and talk about all these like essential oil blends that we've tried the last 6 to 8 years. But what I found is that actually the EPA registered active ingredients like DEET have a safer profile than I thought. So that's cool.
That is cool.
That's cool. We did have the problem with the essential oil blends often is that it interacts with your body chemistry, right? So you know how some people are like attract mosquitoes more than others?
Yeah.
The same thing will happen with these blends. They interact with your body, so what works for me might not work for you. So it's really hard to make solid recommendations. This one's our favorite. It's called Wild Things, and they did send this blend through like that arm in a cage with the mosquitoes, that crazy testing you've seen. They did send it through that, and it lasted 5 hours, which is really impressive for the natural guys. Now, you start talking about DEET, we're getting more like 12 hours.
Okay.
So if you want more black and white science, we got to talk about those. DEET is the most common, obviously, and you see a lot of things in stores DEET free, no DEET. So somebody's afraid of DEET, right?
Yeah.
So what are the possible risks to DEET? It may be a neurotoxin. It might mess with your memory, motor control, but that's really at high concentrations. It's been implicated maybe in Gulf War syndrome. So there's no risk, but it's really, there's like a 50-year usage of DEET.
Okay.
And so it's way safer than I thought, even as of last week.
Yeah.
What I need you to understand, if you're going to choose an insect repellent with DEET, you got to look at the concentration. Okay. You can buy that stuff up to 100% DEET, which is way overkill. Like that will melt the sunglasses off your face, literally. So don't get 100.
Not 100%. Okay,
yeah, I like Health Canada's recommendations. They just showed them on screen. So they say no more than 10% concentration for children, no more than 30% for the rest of us. So if you're going with DEET because you're scared of the bugs, keep your concentration below 30%.
Below 30% and then 10% for kids, you said. Okay.
Yep, and even 10% is going to last for a couple hours. So that's sufficient for adults for a backyard barbecue.
Yeah,
right? Unless you're camping, you don't need to really pull out the big guns quite so bad. Good news is there's 2 other EPA registered ingredients that have even safer profiles than DEET. They're kind of up and coming. They're called PICARIDIN and IR3535. Okay, they have a leg up on DEET because there's no odor, so you don't get that like disgusting bug spray smell.
Oh, we all know
They're not sticky or greasy, which is great, and they don't have any known side effects, which, you know, obviously that's really good. They're not carcinogenic, they're not messing with our hormones. You look for concentrations there between 10 and 20%, and that's shown in most lab testing to be as effective as DEET for keeping those mosquitoes and ticks away. Some lab testing's shown that it's less effective than DEET, so that's something to think about. And then the one red flag with those is that they're newer. They've only been around 20 to 30 years, so we don't have long-term testing. So there's, you know, the little bit of a risk there. So it's all this terrible balance of like, the bugs versus the bug spray. Which
Right.
one's going to be worse for us?
Right. Okay. So some of these with the PICARIDIN and the IR 3535, are these things where we have to go online and search and find some specialty stores, or they're actually over the counter in some places that you found?
Right. No, big brands are including these. Things like Cutter and Off do have PICARIDIN formulas, which is great. I kind of made easy links to the safest and the safer at kitchenstewardship.com/bug spray. So anyone can go there and kind of sort it out, because it is confusing. Sometimes the percentage is too low to be effective. Sometimes it's too high.
Yeah.
And then a lot of times they mix it with sunscreen, which is a big no-no. Don't do the combo, right? Because sunscreen's every 2 hours, bug spray's every 8 hours.
Good point.
So you're going to mess it up if you buy the combo.
Right. And then some of us think we like to go cheap on those things. I mean, look what you're going cheap on. What could the long-term effect really be if you don't really spend the money maybe and protect yourself the way you should? And what is this little bracelet here?
Yeah, I just picked this up because it was like, DEET free, and it's a citronella-based bracelet. My guess is that it's not real effective. That's my that's my hunch.
And we don't want to try it out necessarily, do we? To find out.
No, not with the Lyme.
scare
So
out there,
definitely,
absolutely.
yeah, do your tick checks is the most important takeaway.
Awesome. I know we could talk about this for a long time. We're going to make sure to get the links to your website on our website at fox17morningmix.com a little later today. But thank you so much for doing all the research. You have little ones, I have little ones. It's really scary stuff. All right, thanks so much for stopping by.
Yeah, thank you.